So, ladies, how do you wake up the bats? I mean, simple question, I guess, maybe not a simple answer.
I think it's just this game is a game of adjustments, and it's different for every weekend series because it's different pitchers and stuff like that. So this next couple of days with our midweek and stuff like that, I think practice can be mainly focused on hitting.
What about you? Because you kind of struggled here. You went up to over 300, and then you hit a while. What about that? What about your situation?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a struggle. I mean, it's just part of the game. You know, there's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. You get on the up, and then suddenly you're on the down, and it's a way how you play the game. You know, you got to get ready to get back up on that roller coaster going up. So I think film's a good part of this. You know, scouting every pitcher that we may get to see, and just getting their patterns and getting their pitch sequences down will help us quite a bit to find barrels.
Is this weekend kind of I guess maybe not a wake-up call or something like that, a lesson that, like, it's the SEC, you know, any weekend, anything can happen. You got to, be on your A game.
Yeah, I don't think you could take anybody too lightly in this conference. I think we still have the goal of wanting to host. I don't think that's too far out of our reach. So I think every weekend from here on out, including the SEC tournament and midweeks and stuff like that, we got to play to our game and not really focus on what they're doing on the other side.
The SEC is really, every game is anybody's game. You know, you might be at the bottom at the SEC one game, and then you might beat the #1 team in the SEC the next. So, I mean, you just really have to stay on top of your game no matter who you're playing in the SEC. It's a competitive conference, but that's the fun of it.
So how important is this midweek game to just kind of get the confidence back and get back on track?
I think Texas State's always been a good rival for us and stuff. We always have a good competition with them. And like I said, you can't take anybody too lightly because they have a good pitching staff. But I think hitting this week will help us out.
Yeah, they're coached very well. They have good players. We've played with a lot of the players on their team. We've played against them our whole lives, so we know what they're capable of. We played them in the fall, so we are familiar with them this year. I think it'll be a little more of a ULL midweek feel than any of the others that we've played so far. So, like she said, be on our A game and just be ready to hit the ground running.
What's the mindset been in the locker room this week?
I think a lot of these past couple of weekends has been doing it for the person next to you on the field. Not so much. I mean, we love our coaches, don't get us wrong, but we're out there grinding with each other on the team. We're in the locker room 24/7, and we get tired of each other, but we love each other and stuff like that. But regardless of how you do on the field or how you do in the box and stuff like that, there's no room for selfishness. Like, you have to keep competing, keep fighting for the person next to you, and it will go down the line.
I know, like you said, every pitching staff brings different things out, but was there anything in particular or aspects of their pitching staff that you think was allowing them to have success, or situations that y'all were handling well in particular?
Goborn just got drafted to the Women's Pro Fast Pitch, which is awesome for her. I was watching everybody get drafted, but
I think they did a good job of keeping us on our toes. We haven't played them in a couple years with that exact staff, so we didn't know exactly what we were supposed to be expecting. So, and I think we did take it a little more lax than we should have. But I don't know. I think it's just important to know that any staff can beat you at any time, any day. So we need to be a little more serious when it comes to film, just the girls in general, film, scouting, just having the right mindset in the box and picking each other up and making adjustments as we go along in the game.
they had a good mix of down ball, up ball, hard, soft, and stuff like that. So I think we were really slow to make adjustments all around in the lineup. So these next few weekends we'll have to do a better job of that.
For you, at least at the beginning of the last week, back-to-back games, home run, do you feel like you're still seeing the ball pretty well?
I've never hit either one of those balls as far ever. Like the 261 changeup was already crazy to me, and then I hit that one against South Carolina, and I was like, that was pretty crazy. But yeah, no, we still got to work on just barreling balls up and watching film for these next weekends.